MovieGameNostalgia.com. A little film review on a film called The Lighthouse, which has been pushed and prodded in front of us for the last couple of months or so, I seem to remember. But obviously, what's all the hype about, or what's the interest about, obviously, with The Lighthouse? Obviously, there's a British film made back in, a British horror film called The Lighthouse, I remember, made some years back, which was quite interesting. But this is nothing to do with that. This is something totally different. It's a 15 rating, an hour and 49 minutes, drama, fantasy, horror. The Lighthouse, it's a psychological horror film directed and produced by Robert Eggers, no less, who co-wrote the screenplay with his brother Max. Shot in black and white, the film stars Willem Defoe and Robert Pattinson as two lighthouse keepers who start to lose their sanity when a storm strands them on the remote island where they are stationed. I've always had a passion for lighthouses, I must admit. I don't know why. I've always wanted to live in a lighthouse, but hey, that's me. Trivia on the thing: Robert Pattinson's accent is based on a very specific area of Maine farming dialect. So how well he does, I have no idea. While Willem Defoe's is a jargon of Atlantic fishermen and sailors of the time. So there you go. Some detail there. Director-writer Robert Eggers was very precise about the actors' accents and line delivery. He will, for example, give instructions to say the second sentence of your third line 75% faster. So, I mean, it sounds like fun to work for, doesn't it? The story is very loosely based on a real-life tragedy from 1801 called the Smalls Lighthouse Tragedy, in which two Welsh lighthouse keepers, both named Thomas, became trapped on their lighthouse station during a storm. When one man died, he is said to have driven the other mad. Other influences were seafaring literary classics by Herman Melville and no less than Robert Louis Stevenson, and supernaturally tinged cosmic horror tales of H.P. Lovecraft, as well as the Algernon Blackwood. So there you go. No seagulls. Now, if you watch the film, I just want to make sure that you animal lovers, that no seagulls were actually harmed while filming this movie. Fake ones were made out of rubber, were used for a particular scene you might see when you watch the film. It only cost a budget of $4 million, so we didn't pay the actors very much, did we? So the budget was $4 million, and already in the United States and other territories, it's earned over $13.5 million. So it's doing okay, isn't it, for a black and white film? Is it any good? Well, review website Rotten Tomatoes, they seem to love it. It's got an approval rate of 91% based on 300 reviews, and has an average rating of almost 8.2 out of 10. The consensus of the critics on there say, a gripping story, brilliantly filmed and led by a pair of powerhouse performances. The Lighthouse further establishes Robert Eggers as a filmmaker of exceptional talent. Metascore, the critics rating, the Metascore rating is 8.3 out of 10, so just as good. Vox's Alyssa Wilkinson, she rated it 9 out of 10 and said, there's horror and gaslighting and high on helium style comedy and bits of Freud scattered about. In essence, it's a pile of things that don't add up to any one thing, but do leave you feeling both elated and creeped out. And it's got an internet movie database rated of 7.8 out of 10 from all its users. Well, what can I say, really? I've watched this, and perhaps I was a little bit tired when I watched it, but I did a bit of a vlog on this film for MovieGameNostalgia.com. I'll just quote for a few things that I've said and then sort of add to that at the end. And I am in the minority on my views of this one. For me, this movie has a stage theatre feel about it. I love to go to the theatre to watch a two-man powerful drama with two leads showing off their acting abilities. Do I want to sit in the cinema and watch? Probably not. Better to watch at home on a cold night with the rain hammering against the windows with a nice cup of hot chocolate. Not enough going on for long periods to raise this above a 6 watchable rating for me, personally. I have no doubt many will be disappointed in this when they've seen over 8 ratings from many critics and viewers. I know I was. So yeah, I mean, that's really something. I mean, I'll only give it a 6. I will probably go back and watch it again, as I may have been in the wrong frame of mind for it. I don't know. It's what I would have called in the old days when I had the video shop. If people would have asked me about it, I would have said it's a bit arty-farty. There are good elements in it, and there's no doubt the acting is superb. But again, obviously, Mr. Eggers has been trying to be spot on with the accents, etc. But I just found it quite comical, which it is said does have comedic elements, so perhaps I was supposed to find it comical, but it just left me a little bit, and the climax, etc., just left me a little bit wanting. Really, it didn't quite make up for the time I spent watching it. Obviously, the time I lost of watching it. But having said that, yeah, I probably will go back and have another watch it again. Will I up my 6 score? I don't know. As I said, I found it a bit long-winded, wonderfully performed, wonderfully set up. I mean, as I said, it does have a stage feel to it because of the lack of obviously scenery. It's all based around a lighthouse after all. But so anyway, if you go and watch this and you do like it, say Willem Defoe and Robert Pattinson are absolutely superb. I'm not going to deny that, but it wasn't one of my favourite films. You please let me know in the comments below what you think about it if you go and watch it. And I certainly won't put you off watching it because, as I said, I am in the minority on my view of this one. The critics seem to love it, and a lot of Joe public like me love it as well. So who am I to quibble with that? Anyway, that's my little review on The Lighthouse, which is a 15 rating. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Please push the subscribe button, push the bell notification when you know these little reviews and specials are coming out. And you can follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. I do try and follow everyone back. And I'm on Facebook at Virgiline with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my website for rarer DVDs, board games and posters. Please, if you get a chance to have a look on there, moviegamenostalgia.com, please. All the links are below. Please, and any thumbs ups are great. It's nice to get a thumbs up, isn't it? I mean, I know a lot. I think I look at everyone's thumbs up, and I mean, you're lucky to get 10%. So you get 100, 200 people watching. You're lucky to get 10 or 20 likes. So, but it's always nice. It's always nice to get thumbs up, and I always try and do that when I watch other people. So, anyway, that'd be great if you can do that. Anyway, thanks for watching this. I'll be back very soon with something else. But I hope you can join me again for another review or a special. What are you going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, as ever, look after your family. And I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.